Hey guys, back and we are playing XDefiant. We are trying to play XDefiant. Struggling to find some of the lobbies, some of the modes, some of the playlists might not be quite as active. I thought the same thing. I said the same thing. I'm pretty sure it's right now. It's a little early in the day. Wait till evening time. These lobbies and playlists will probably pick up, and player base will be there. But yeah, struggling to find the waterfront playlist. So instead of playing on the new map at the moment, I've decided we're gonna try out the new faction. I have the new faction unlocked. Highwaymen is the new faction, and figure we will play some games and predominantly play the Highwaymen and utilize their abilities and see how they play out. Let's go ahead and see what their abilities are and stuff. So their Ultra is the Saw Launcher, which launches a buzzsaw blade that ricochets off surfaces and rips through foes. So it's kind of like you shoot it and it just bounces around, hitting corners until it despawns, I guess, or something like that. Then their activated abilities are either the Scrap Turret, which is a deployable machine gun turret with a 360-degree field of fire, or the M79, which is like a noob tube firing explosive grenades, like a grenade launcher. And then their passive is revved. Rate of fire and reload speed increases as you rack up kills. So the more kills you get, the faster you shoot and the faster you reload. The passive is very interesting. Right off the bat, I'm like, yeah, that sounds very appealing. What I actually don't like is how they've organized the Ultra. Personally, like, this is just, I haven't played this faction yet, so like we'll figure it out and learn it. The point of the stream is not teaching, it's learning it personally. So I'm just going to be trying to figure it out myself. But right off the bat, my personal opinion would have been the Scrap Turret be the Ultra, and the activated ability be either the Saw Launcher or the Grenade Launcher. You have the choice of between like maybe a single blade ricocheting saw blade, or I believe the Grenade Launcher, you only get 2 noob tubes at a time. So you get 2 shots and then it's done. So maybe like that would have been my preferred way of doing it. Like, I don't know, there's a lot of these Ultras where like, you know, I feel like even the Phantom Ultra, it's like very specific Ultra that like I hardly ever use. Like even like when I'm using the Phantom thing, like I'll activate the bubble shield and I'll just stand near like teammates because I can't really do anything with the like ranged weapon that I have in the bubble, right? The same I see as this. I'm like, yeah, this is kind of like a niche thing. Whereas I would have felt like the Scrap Turret would have been like more like versatile for multiple modes. So having that as the Ultra and just maybe making it more durable or something. I don't know. We'll see how they all play out, I guess. Definitely don't like the fact that you can keep throwing down Scrap Turrets, though. It's like, dude, that seems kind of like crazy. We'll see how like strong it is. Noob Tube's fun and all, but I don't see myself using that a whole load, but you know, whatever. Those of you wondering how did I have the Highwaymen unlocked so early? When the preseason was there, they had the ultimate packs. I thought I'd support the game by paying into the ultimate pack, which guaranteed you the unlock for the factions of the first year. Each faction that is applied to each season for the first year. It was more to support the game than get the easy unlock, but you know, great that the easy unlock was there also, I guess, whatever. So yeah, I figured let's go ahead and try out this Highwaymen faction. Let's see how it plays out. And hopefully we get into maps playing the regular modes. I'm not playing bomb. Capture the flag, fine, whatever. Waterfront, if we get into it, we'll just keep everything other than bomb. And jump in. So what I'm thinking I'll do with this is we'll do similar to what I did last season. We'll play the Highwaymen, pick weapon types, play with different weapon types, and also try to figure out their abilities at the same time. can't remember. Did I play multiple games with each weapon type, or did I just play one game with each weapon type? I think I played multiple games last time. I don't really have a good format for the faction learning thing. Yeah, I think I played like at least a couple of games per weapon type. Ooh, I think I know what I did. I think I know what I did. I played objective, and then I played like a Slayer mode with each weapon type. I don't know how possible that'll be, but we could try. The saw launcher is good. Yeah, I mean, but is it ultra good, or is it like basic ability good? Like, I mean, I'm guessing because it's an ultra, you'll get more than just one saw blade. You'll get a bunch of them, so you can like spam it a little bit, I presume. But my thought is like, dude, you get like a sturdy sentry gun that can do a lot of like damage, right? That would be the more tempting ultra, as opposed to like a kind of scrappy turret that will fall apart quickly or something like that. Yeah. I presumed it to be a one-hit kill. That I expected. I think bomb will be fun, but it's like a niche mode. Like you want to queue in directly into it. You don't want to just be pushed into it. Is my thoughts. What should we go first? TDM. Let's go with the noob tube first. TDM. You know, they did register the final shot. Like before the season, it wouldn't have registered the final shots. So I would have died and he wouldn't have died or something like that. So I've heard they fixed it so like if you get the hit marker, it should have registered your shot. Like there's a lot of times you'd get the hit marker and like just die and it wouldn't have registered. God, man, they still got this crap. The spawns definitely need work. These are like really weird spawns. It's almost feeling like a Modern Warfare fucking spawn system. If I put it away... Okay, it doesn't kill my timer on it. Okay. So I can put it away if I want to. If I haven't used it. Well, they bounce around for a while, huh? I need to figure out the trajectory for this fucking rocket launcher. Where the... Where did this one go? Oh. Yeah, they've done improvements. There's improvements to like hit and registration. I feel like this map, like it's the buzzsaw is gonna be useless, or at least for this mode, TDM in this map. A little high. I didn't mean to like push it up that high when I shot it. Whoa, that looked a little janky the way she went down. They do a really good job. Like the passive, and I'm not hating the faction, dude, at all. Like they do a good job with like their ideas and stuff like that. Like their creativity, like wise, like and map wise and stuff like that. They're good, man. It's just like I think some of the business aspects of it, they're fucking morons. Like it's fucking weird. Like usually you complain about the business being too scummy. It's like this one's like, dude, you don't know what you're doing business wise. That's why you're failing. Yeah, yeah. I figured I understood that. That was the passive, right? Yeah, it seems like a pretty interesting passive for sure. Yeah, okay, so what I think I do is I'm gonna take off TDM and hot shots. We keep waterfront. We'll play a game of objective with the AR, and then we'll do the same. We'll do one game TDM, one game objective with each weapon type, and we'll figure out how to play it. Like even like I know they've done some adjustments to the Phantom class and all that. It's like they're doing good stuff, man. It's just like I don't know. I'm not hating it, dude. They're doing good stuff. Like I said, like creatively, like this game's cool and all right, but microtransaction wise, it's so like brain dead. It's like, how did you think this was gonna survive with the microtransactions the way they are at the moment? Like I said, it's like these guys, the developers, have not played any of these other games, right? They just develop. They don't play the games, right? They don't play the games that they're like interested in or developing, like the competitors or whatever, right? Like there's so many like lessons that they could have learned and avoided had they just paid attention to what the other games were doing. I mean, I get like they did a lot of consultancy with like people like in these like the content creators and stuff like that, and that probably did help a lot, I'm sure. But arguably, also even the developers need to be a little bit clued in, personally. Like, oh, this is a bad idea. That's a bad idea. This is a dated idea. I've said this plenty of times since the beta. This game feels great, but there's so many aspects to it that feel dated, right? Like it's something that worked in the 90s, maybe early 2000s. Sort of like not the norm anymore. Sort of need to push a little forward with it. I do too. It's like not that I want so much microtransactions so I can just waste my wallet on, but I want the game to survive also, right? So I understand that they need to make their money off microtransactions. So even if I'm not personally buying it, I can or you can objectively see like, oh, who's buying, how many people are actually going to buy some of this stuff, right? Like we can see like some of this stuff is not worth it, right? Like you need to do better. Like we all want the game to survive, right? So it's not like, oh yeah, we're gonna buy everything in the store if it's like amazing. No, I probably wouldn't buy anything in the store. I've said it plenty of times. I'm like, oh, the finals has amazing microtransactions. I don't buy any of that shit, dude. But I know a lot of people are buying it because they are doing a good job with it, right? So even though like I'm personally not buying that stuff, I can still say, man, you need to do better with that because that's what's gonna fucking keep your game going. Like I would rather the game survive than whoa, whoa. That was not right. What? What the fuck? Oh, that's Oz. Like you can see the microtransactions, and even though you don't want to buy it, you still should be tempted by it, right? That's the goal. Like, if you're not tempted by anything, even if you're not gonna buy it, then it's even worse a scenario, right? Oh, the fuck? I tried to like hold it so you can prepare it and then... How long does this shit last? You know, I'll tell you another thing. I can already tell you this is gonna be something that they should do. The sentry turret, okay? They have this in Battlefield, right? Boris' sentry turret. And like it used to work like similar to this nonsense, I'm almost certain, right? You put it down, it shoots enemies, and done and dusted, right? But like in one of their updates, like later updates, okay? In one of their later updates, dude, oh, that shit doesn't last long. The accuracy of the sentry gun was better if you stayed near it. Like, so if you put down your sentry gun, by staying near it, it would be more effective than just dropping it and running away. I think it was such a brilliant idea for the thing that I think that would be like actually a pretty wise decision. I can almost guarantee that would be like a wise decision for this sentry gun. The closer you are, the more like active and accurate it becomes. Like it just becomes more useful. So it encourages some level of like being near it and yeah, see this blade thing, man, you just need to be fucking in some indoor building and all, otherwise it's useless. If I'm out in the open, which most of this game is, man, the blade, like, I feel like it'll be only good for something like occupy or zone control or some shit like that. And that to occupy only in like indoor buildings. Otherwise, I'd much rather have my gun than the blade. Like, it should still function if I'm not near it. It'd just be a little bit less useful. Like, not quite as... Yeah, that was the Battlefield idea, and I thought it was brilliant, dude. I was like, yeah, that makes sense, dude. No, dude, the whole point of microtransactions is to tempt you with it, man. It is absolutely the point. It's your own resistance. So it's like, yeah, no, I don't want this nonsense. I don't want it. That's the whole point, right? Like, no. But if it's not tempting you at all, dude, then, dude, who is it going to tempt, dude? No one's saying you need to buy it, but it needs to be tempting. Oh, that's how marketing for anything. Forget microtransactions. Any sold product, it needs to be tempting. If it's not tempting you, then you're not buying it, right? Food even. If food's not tempting, you're not eating it. Well, you might. Sometimes food is a necessity, right? So even if it's not tempting, you might just have to eat it. But yeah, you know, it's like that, right? It needs to be treated like, yeah, it needs to, or at least be appealing, right? Forget tempting. It needs to be appealing at least. Like this is appealing. Like, oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Obviously, the problem is you change the stock and it's not going to be cool anymore. Things need to be tempting, man. These are better. I like this. I like this set, but like even this one looks pretty cool. You can still appreciate something without having to want to buy it, right? Without spending the money, you can still appreciate it and be like, oh yeah, I can see like people wanting to buy that. Yeah, it looks cool. Same with this one. It's like, oh yeah, it looks pretty cool. I can see people wanting to buy that. Whereas something like this, and they did have some of these in the store at some point in time, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. It's like, who's buying this shit, dude? Things need to be tempting. It needs to be appealing. Otherwise, you've already lost. I mean, arguably, you could earn it if you earned it with money. You go to your job, work a 9 to 5, earn a little money, and you've earned it. No, but I get it. I know the rewards. I get it. Yeah, same. I'm in agreement with you on that. I like my rewards better too. But I mean, it's true. You work and you earn it.
3, 2, 1. Take over.
It's not that different.
Keep out the weak.
I was kind of far around the corner there. Did I blow up my own turret? No, I didn't. Hey, this is the UAE guys, man. Those cheaters. They're still in the game or what? Oh, for fuck's sake. I put it behind the wall. Oh, it didn't go up even. Excuse me? I was not in his line of sight, dude. I'm getting shot like way around the corner there, man. UAE boys are still playing the game, huh? How did this guy get it, man? Fuck off. Apparently this guy's a cheat. Still playing the game. Should not be in the Asian lobbies, absolutely not. There are Middle East lobbies and he's definitely doing something sus to push himself. Well, so there are other UAE players. Maybe it's not. I don't know, man. Wild. Still active, man. He's not been banned. It means he might not be cheating. Might just have been lagging a lot. Like in the previous times. I was always like skeptical, but he was always very suspiciously hated by the community. All right, let's try to get into a TDM game. Or Waterfront. Let's make it like that. TDM or Waterfront. Do SMG action. Good night, Gio. Thanks for chilling with me, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, it was nice. It was nice. Thanks for hanging for as long as you did. It's always nice to have some company while playing. Good night, dude. God, this idea of playing TDM might not work out. I'm telling you, for some reason, when you like limit the lobby base, you know what? This might be Waterfront. Let's just remove this out of the thing. Waterfront, man. I'm still of the mindset though. The sentry gun, it's too useful item to have as just a basic item. For me, that a sentry gun should be an ultra. It should be a little bit more sturdy, a little bit more hard hitting, so it's a little bit more aggressive and all that. Not quite as scrappy as this version of, but it should be an ultra. And I think the blade thing should just be the base like thing. The blade saw thing, it's like feels way too situational, right? So it'd be something like you pick that or the noob tube, right? Something like that, right? Like, okay, I'm playing like Occupy or I'm playing Zone Control and people are going to be cramped together. Let's go with the blade. Or, otherwise let's just use the noob tube. And then the ultra is like the sentry gun where you can like drop it down and like on rare occasions, but it'll do some massive damage and really hold down that section for you. Or alternatively, like I said, like I don't think they'll change that. I don't see them doing any adjustment like that. But I do think sentry gun based on owner's proximity should be more effective versus sentry gun placed down and then the person's gone off on the opposite end of the map. That way you're incentivized to be near your sentry gun. And like, usually it's a good thing. It's not a bad idea to be near your sentry gun because once it starts shooting people, people freak out, right? So then it becomes a little easier to kill them. But them knowing you might be nearby when the sentry gun's down is a little bit more reassuring than them not knowing that. You know, it's like, oh my God, there's a sentry gun, but the guy might not be here or he might be here. Kind of a bit of a... Dude, honestly, this game, man, even TDM is not filling up right now. It's absurd, dude.
They thought they could start this party without us. They thought wrong. You big rabbit.
Oh my God. We're at 100 pings. Bullshit. That guy melted me so fast, are you kidding? Move, man! Fuck, they haven't done anything with the collision of this game. Oh, I thought noob. God. Oh my God, the lag. Half my bullets didn't register in that gunfight. Dude, I'm just gonna back out next time they put me in a 120 ping game. This shit's so ridiculous. I'm dying before I even know I'm being shot. Or like barely, like... Okay, back from my... Dude. It's not even worth playing it. I'm leaving. This is a waste of time. I'm not even like getting credit for my shots, dude, in this game. We'll search again. Clown show game, dude. Think you're putting me in like a 120 lobby, dude. Absolute waste of time. I don't understand this game, dude. How does it not like honestly the matchmaking like when you're searching for just limited lobbies? I don't understand. TDM is so active usually. It shouldn't have a trouble. And when I have like massive amounts of playlists, it's constantly dumping me into TDM. When I specifically select TDM, it can't find a lobby to fill. I don't understand how that works. Oh, it's like throwing me in like a 120 ping like server. You know what? Forget it. There's no way. We'll just put everything on there. We'll get what we get. We'll play 2 games with each like weapon type, and we'll just switch between Sentry and the noob tube. There's no way I can like guarantee getting into like TDM or something like that, dude. In every fucking weapon type, it's not worth it. And those wait times are just too ridiculous. I don't understand what's going on. Like it fills the lobby and then people are backing out like this, right? Why are the people backing out like immediately? Like they don't know what mode they're getting into. They don't know what ping they're getting into. So what's the back out for? And it's happening like regularly where you see the people like fill up and then they just immediately back out. Fill up and back out. Like before we're even in the match to see what they're doing. Are they being pulled out and moved around or something like that? Like, is that what they're doing? Or are they backing out for what reason exactly? Because no one, like, yeah, if some of us have been waiting long enough, then we'll back out. But what's happening here is weird, right? Like, they're filling the lobby and then they're immediately backing out. It's like the people who are filling are backing out. Like, are they like crashing or something like that? Like usually you'll wait and see what lobby you get into, or if you've been waiting for a really long time and no one's filling, then you back out. But while it's filling, people are like loading into the game, you don't back out, right? What the fuck is going on, man? Dude, the matchmaking in this game is so fucking bad, dude. It's so bad, dude. And mind you, there's enough people to start the game now itself. And now everyone's backing out because it's not starting the game. Forget it, I'm out too, man. Let's search again. Something's messed with the matchmaking, dude. I'm telling you also. There's got to be something wrong with the matchmaking. I know low player count and all, but there's something wrong with it. Like, it's not connecting people properly to the like matches it creates. I'm almost certain that's what's happening. Like, it's not actually properly connecting people in the way it should. And again, mind you, I've got crossplay on, input-based matchmaking off. So I should have the largest player pool possible. And we're getting to the evening time where like people should be coming and playing the game now. Jeez, that took forever. It was because it's the waterfront playlist. Let's vote for Hot Shots. Maybe I should take out the waterfront playlist. Why are they voting for Occupy? Why not Hot Shots? Like, I feel like I should use the sentry gun. I'll use the nuke tube. Occupy nuke tube, actually. Not a bad idea.
Occupy. The capture zone is already yours. 3, 2, 1. Take over the capture zone. Keep out the weak. He's in the zone.
I feel like this should just be a double barrel. The one shot and then reload. And don't do that. Whatever.
Zone under enemy attack. Capture zone changing location. Zone in danger. He's in the zone.
I would rather have the sentry gun in this mode. And on this map, too.
They're on the zone. Capture zone is changing location.
No way. He didn't have that angle, dude. I was way around the corner, dude. A little bit better, but not by much, man. Fucking around the corner like that? Are you kidding me?
Sticky grenade away!
Zone under enemy attack. Capture zone is changing location. Payback. Those flames look beautiful.
There's a lot of lag in this one, too. It doesn't fucking hell, man. It barely goes far. If you shoot it too close, it doesn't explode. It's a very funny. Limited use nonsense. At least you're getting credit for the shots hit, dude. There's so many times, like in the previous season, that didn't even get counted. Wouldn't have even given me the credit for the shot.
Capture zone changing location.
This one, the connection's definitely like janked. There's just like really weird gunfights. The gunfights are just extremely off.
They're losing. Shoot straight. Capture zone contested. Get on your property.
Like it's not giving me the like proper like amount of times I'm getting hit. Like it's off.
Danger.
Like I'll get the hit marker for 1 or 2 ACR shots and die to it. Like there, I only got like 1 hit marker. And I was dead already.
Drone under enemy attack. He's taking the zone. Think we see the writing on the wall.
So there's no way we traded there. Like he wasn't even shooting me when I like killed him.
They're on the zone.
You see, like these trades are so weird. Like maybe on their side they're shooting me, but on my side it's not happening, right? That should have been a double, man. Give me a break, dude.
Not really living up to the highway
That
with that one.
that was a really weird connection. That's all I gotta say. I should actually check their ping. Fuck, I should have looked at the scoreboard. But I think it was, I don't know what was going on with it. Maybe they were like all 12 ping or something like that. I don't know, man. It was a pretty bad connection. Or maybe they were all like 200 ping or something like that. Who the hell knows what the hell caused that? I should have looked. So just speculating. I'll tell you one thing. Arguments and like excuses aside, new season drops, it shouldn't matter that it's off hours. It should be like popping off. Like, this just means not that many people came back, is all. Not enough people came back to even make it like active, like during like, and it is sort of like getting to that point where it is peak hours now for the day. Getting to that point where this should be filling up very quickly and it's still not. I'm just going to take the waterfront off because that playlist is dead. Like most games, even the ones that are like really low population, new season drops. It's a little active. Or new major content update drops, it gets active. At least for like a few days, right? It should be like super active. Dude, who's voting Mayday hotshots?
Hot shot. Spill our enemy's guts to make them spill bounties. Get those. 3, 2, 1. Snag the most bounties, and you'll become the hot shot.
Oh, they added a different sound effect.
Got their first hot shot. No mercy.
I like the sound effect.
So deal with the new enemy hot shot. Cover while they blast out.
The fuck? I didn't click that. I didn't click that trigger when I went out the second time. Dude, I was around the corner when I got those hit markers. Yeah, the timing, like, it's off, man. It's registering, like, too early, some of these shots. Like, I'm not even seeing them fire.
It's walking all over us. Those fools have a new hot shot. I hate losing. Things are wrapping up.
Dude, teammate, you're fucking standing right there, man. You see the guy coming in?
hold it against you.
Waterfront's becoming more active. But I'm gonna leave. I don't want to play bomb. Maybe we'll do the waterfront stream back to back. We'll do a second stream after this. And you can see like it's already active. Like the fact that that filled up really fast. Get it in on it after this stream. But for now, we'll take it off. Dude, why are you leaving? There's just one more person that needs to fill. Just start the fucking like matchmaking, dude. I just don't get it. Just start it at 8, dude. How is this developer like? How has he not heard this as in a fucking like comment, man? And how has he not done it yet, dude? These sitting in the lobby waiting for this thing to start up is absurd, man. Just start it up. There's 10 people in the lobby, man. You'll be able to fill the other 2 while like the match is like loading in, dude. This is such a waste of time, dude. Who is sitting through this, man? And then they're wondering why they have like fucking no one playing the game? Why the player base is dying out? Look at how this matchmaking is working. How have you not fixed this yet, man? Is this like a bug or something that's going on? What's going on with this? I don't understand. I've never seen like it starts filling and people are dropping out before they've even loaded into the match. Fucking 90 ping. Fuck, I just wasted so much time for a 90 ping fucking lobby too, man. Unbelievable, dude. And this lobby's ping is all over the place too, man. Like, no shit, everyone's gonna be like complaining about networking, dude. You got 16 pingers, 100 pingers, 90 pingers, 50 pingers. Everyone's gonna be like, yo, the fucking network's not been fixed because this is how you're fucking matchmaking, dude.
Kill the enemy.
And it took you this long to get me in this too, man. It's a joke, dude.
Side Catherine Zone B. We got the zone. That problem.
At least, I'm telling you, at least it's giving me credit for the shots. Like, they kill me afterwards, after I've killed them, but at least it's giving me credit for the shot. Like, they're dying, even though... Dying after the fact that I shot them and killed them. But they'll still get the kill, but at least I get credit too, man. Dude, they destroyed it that fast?
Our side capturing Zone B.
Maybe what they can do is like you stay closer, it's more accurate and all, and a little bit more durable if you're close to the sentry. What happened to the changes to the spider bot and shit? They didn't bother, huh? Couldn't get it done because they don't know what they're doing.
Fools ain't scared of you.
Happy holiday!
We're gonna lose B. We're losing. Don't make me tell you again.
Oh my god, that thing bounced into that dude. Let's go.
with that one.
Longest long shot kill with a shotty. Or maybe it was the sentry gun. Thank you. I'm gonna swap things around. Since I'm gonna be a little slower, can be a little bit more campy with the Sentry and TDM. And then I can be a little bit more aggressive in the objective modes with the noob tube. When I'm running LMG, Marksman rifle, sniper. See if this works out.
3, 2, 1. Go apocalyptic on the enemy team.
Oh shit, man. Alright.
Turret out!
Hey. Find some interesting spots for those turrets while you're camping with the LMG somewhere. It'll distract them just long enough for you to pick them off. Also, like, give you heads up if someone's trying to flank you. Could be interesting usage.
How dare they start without us? Get moving. Take the zone.
Oh, this one would also be good for turret.
Capturing zone B.
Yeah, we'll use the nuke too. I got insta melted there, dude. What the fuck killed me?
Capturing zone B. Rivals in C.
This fucking nuke tube, man. It doesn't go far enough. It needs more. It needs a little bit more trajectory. It's too like. It's too loppy. It needs a little bit more. Like, you shouldn't have to raise your like gun that high up. That's like asking for trouble just to get a little bit of range.
Capturing zone B.
That should not have been a trade. How did that thing, dude, man? He fucking, I thought it was teammates, man.
We gotta go over this.
Why can't I throw my EMP? Like, it wasn't letting me throw my EMP, dude.
Put us all out of your misery. Put us all out. Enemies taking A. Failed, but I'm not gonna hold it against you.
There was jankiness to this connection again. Dude, they've fixed things, but it's made things weirder. It's made gunfights weirder. Like, where it's not gonna, people are not gonna appreciate it. Not all the time. And this fucking noob tube is dog shit, dude. It's trash. It's such a waste of time. I would have been better off with the sentry gun. Like, the trajectory is just too shallow. And then if you try to shoot it close, it doesn't explode. If you're trying to shoot it far, you have to really arc it up too much. Where you're like, dude, when you're aiming up in the sky to shoot it, you're just gonna get gunned. That's what happens, dude. It's not gonna be like a nice little safe thing that you can just spam quickly and drop it down. You're just gonna get gunned. When you need to be in position to like shoot it, so it goes into the thing. And also, like, I don't like I think that chainsaw, like their ultra, it's something that I'll get and I'll just spam quickly and then put it away. And like, fingers crossed it gets kills. I don't see myself ever using that tactfully. Like, even if you have a room full of enemies, you go in and you shoot it, right? You go in to shoot it. The ricochet of it isn't something you're going to be able to predict properly. So you're shooting it in it just to cause chaos, I guess, a little bit, right? And hope it might do something with it. It's not, it doesn't make sense. There's interesting things you can do, but there's things that I don't like about it too. That's all. Like, I don't like the noob tube. I guess situationally it makes sense, but like even in this case, right, where I think like, okay, I'm gonna be running around hot shots, sentry guns are not gonna do much. I still feel like I'm probably gonna use the noob tube less than if I had the sentry gun. I just drop it down and hope it does something, right?
Most bounties, and you'll become the
Even though I'm like not gonna be near it for hot shots or utilizing it for any real reason. Whereas this noob tube, I feel like it's like just a little bit more detrimental. It's not. We'll do a second stream though immediately. We'll play Waterfront. It's looking like it's filling up quicker now. So if we can complete this quickly, we can do the Waterfront stream. I do like the new sound effect for hot shots. It's fun. See, like, I pulled it out, I'm trying to shoot it, but like there's a delay, so it's not letting me shoot it while it's, because he has to like play the full pull out the animation nonsense. How about you grab the tags, teammate? Like, I don't even want to use it, man, honestly. I'm hitting the.
Have a new hot side. Hit 'em hard. Guy's done breathing. Thank those bounties while there was 6 points. Kill the enemies and take their bounties.
Again, I'm dying before I'm getting proper notification. And it feels like I'm putting so many bullets into them. Jeez, how long you gonna take it out, dude? You're just pulling out a small noob tube. Not pulling out a fucking LMG, dude. I didn't click that. He just fired it.
That is an enemy. They need killing real bad.
I know I'm bitching it out, but I'm trying it out. I like the faction. All in all, I like the faction. It's just I'm trying it out to see where it sits in and how I'd want to use it. And there's a lot of things that I'm like, I don't really want to use any of this. But there's a lot of stuff that I really do like about it. Why are these battle passes shaded out? Can you not progress through them right now? I'm going to come back to Waterfront. We'll definitely do it right today itself, playing on it. But let's play a little bit with the factions on the other maps. Have they capped? They couldn't have capped the fucking battle pass, dude. Good God, we can't even get into the game. I'm just gonna play it. 130 ping, Marksman rifle gameplay. It's not gonna be great, but it's taking too long to get into these games.
Domination. Get ready to hustle. Three, two, one. Secure the capture zone. Kill the enemies. Ha ha! That's the fun part. Outside capturing zone B. Zone is all out. Enemies on zone B. Capture zone protected. Payback.
What the fuck? It knocked out my console. Fucking Christ. Yo, that hard crashed my console, dude. Okay. That's something like what's it called? Battlefield used to do. And then like it was pushing the console like which and it was always the game too. It wasn't the console that was at fault when that happened. Like the Battlefield game used to really be poorly optimized. Holy fuck. We got into a zone control. Shit, I should have taken this off, honestly. This is gonna be too long a game. Oh, it might be very short. Let's see, I guess. I honestly didn't even think we'd get into one of these games.
Zone control. Go on the attack.
What the fuck?
Hit the capture zone to open up the next tier.
That would have actually been a good spot to put the turret. It took out that turret. Dude.
Grab that real estate.
No, I didn't mean to do that. I wasted it. I was checking. I sometimes forget which button. Get on it.
Push inside. You're on defense. Stop the enemy from capturing more zones than we just did. Try murder.
Turret out!
How much damage did that take, man? I dropped like 349s. Like what, 150 or something? Oh, they killed everyone. Oh, nah, we've lost this.
Enemies have unlocked the second tier of capture zone.
Turret out! Changing mag.
Dude, why isn't no one looking up the top, dude? How did that dude miss all those shots, dude? What the fuck? Not even one shot he hit. Ah.
Not really living up to the Highwaymen ethos with that one.
That's way longer than I was planning. I gotta take out zone control and escort. This shit just takes too long. Feels a bit of a waste. I'm surprised I got into it. I honestly didn't even think we'd get into it. That's why I had it selected. I was like, yeah, we ain't getting into that. Okay, it's not blocking it. Alright. Jeez! Jeez! You get a lot of battle pass for that. Alright. Maybe it is worth playing that nonsense. Not really, but still. I do have battle pass booster going on, but still. Did they trade? Are you fucking kidding? Are you fucking kidding? That barely did any damage. I was behind her.
Enemy spies watching you with sonar goggles.
I hit that, dude.
The ground.
Why didn't I get any battle pass for that game? Like, I didn't get any battle pass progression for that full game. Oh, now it registered. It's not showing it sometimes, it looks like. Not showing the battle pass for progress all the time. Capture the flag. What the fuck, man? Anyway, whatever. Let's just get it over with. I'm gonna be useless in this. Dude, I really gotta just stop selecting these modes that I have no interest in playing. I'm not using the noob tip. It's just pointless. The thing's rubbish. I use the sentry turret again. Last game, and then we'll do an outro, and I might start it. We'll do a second stream for sure. I want to play on the waterfront stream because I feel like it's going to be a dead playlist if I try to do it anytime other than the evening. So we might as well just get it over with today. If it's not connecting us to matches, then we'll call it. But
Go grab the enemy flag. Bring it back to our hideout.
we'll try at least. You know what? I don't want to play this. I just don't want to play Capture the Flag. This is just stupid. I don't want this nonsense. You shouldn't be queuing into this stupid mods, man, that I don't like. It's just that this fucking game doesn't put me into anything else, man. It takes fucking forever. So yeah, Domination and occupy. Is that the only two, like... Oh. Let's just throw. Fuck it, let's just add TDM also. To, even if we get another TDM game, what's the big deal? I just don't want to play capture the flag and all this shit. Oh, yeah, getting into it. Alright. $90 ping. Alright. Actually, alright, let's go noob tube, even though it probably is not the best idea. Since
Domination. Get ready to hustle. Three, two, one. Secure the capture zone. Kill the enemy. Ha-ha! That's the fun part.
Launch ready for blast.
We're on the zone.
I clicked.
Zone successful. Zone A is under attack.
Who's gonna die?
I like that girl's uniform. That should have fucking killed. Dude, this is not doing any damage, man. I was at 90 ping. They were like 12 ping, dude. I mean, I don't know what to say about that. Was this the outfit? No, right? That person was using? The other person's one was just like glowing almost. Highwaymen played with. It's an okay faction. I think it's interesting. I mean, none of the factions are something that I would use on every weapon class. So I didn't expect this to be like great on every single weapon class. I think ARs and like SMGs, it could be pretty fun. Could be pretty fun. Shotgun even also could be pretty fun. I think marksman rifles, snipers. I don't know about that. I don't know about it. LMGs, it was good too. In fact, LMGs it was really good. Could definitely see myself using it for LMGs. I like the scrap turret, but it's kind of situational. Sometimes it was breaking really fast, sometimes it doesn't. The M79 was rubbish. It needs a rework. Like, it needs to have more trajectory. I know it's supposed to be like, no, it's supposed to dip. Like, you need to like arc it up and all. It needs more than it currently has. It shouldn't be this bad. Like, it shouldn't dip that fast. It should go a little further. And only like, I mean, it becomes an extreme skill thing if you need to like range it up as much as you need to get the range, the distance between you and the enemy, that it's safe to use. Otherwise, it's not safe to use because it takes too long and it's only one shot, doesn't damage enough. It's not great, man. It's not great like in its current state. The Saw Launcher Ultra, I think it's just a gimmick, dude. Like, the minute I get it, I'll fire it and hopefully I get some kills. Hopefully it does something. But it's not something I'd use like tactfully. Like, maybe on a very rare occasion, I'll be like, okay. But more times than not, if I get it, I'm just spamming it and I'm like, okay, done. Move on. I think the key to this faction is the passive, and the turret has fun aspects to it where you can kind of do some interesting elements to it. I actually think the LMG was probably the best of the lot out of everything. I think SMG can be interesting, but then basically all active abilities and ultras is kind of like a little bit wasted. It's more for the passive, right? I think the bulk of the appeal of this class is the passive. And I'm not 100% convinced I'd trade Phantom for them, but I would consider Echelon for them. I would consider Echelon. The only time, like I said, that I would consider Phantom for Highwaymen instead, like Highwaymen instead of Phantom, is the LMG. I think having that reload speed and the rate of fire thing with the LMG, it's really good. And then you can have the scrap turret as your backup. Actually, this probably will. In hindsight, I think I might start using this one for LMG action specifically. I think what I said during the stream early on is I think the scrap turret should be an ultra. It shouldn't be activated ability. Although the way it was getting taken out as fast as it wasn't as strong. So I'm not against it as an activated ability. I just think the ultra and the M79 are more in line with what would be, this nonsense abilities, whereas the scrap turret could be something more, useful, ultra worthy, if it was a little more sturdy and stuff like that, right? I also think what I said about the scrap turret being more effective the closer the owner is of it. So the person who drops the scrap turret, if you're close to it, it's more effective than if you drop it and run off somewhere else. I think in those scenarios, that would be a very good way of kind of like balancing the scrap turret. But I mean, again, like I said, if I was using this like this faction with the SMG, there's no way I want to be anywhere near that scrap turret. I'm just dropping it quickly and running off, right? So I think in those scenarios, I'd be like, then the scrap turret's worthless. I don't like the M79, and the saw launcher's rubbish. I'll be like, I'll never consider it for the SMG action, right? Whereas now it's like, yeah, maybe I'll use it for SMG. We'll see, we'll think about it. But I still think, like a sentry gun and all, like the closer the user is, the better it is. Something like that, right? Like more accurate and a little bit more quicker to react or something like that. I don't know. But again, that would play heavily into the LMG role very well if that was the case. And then suddenly this becomes like a predominantly LMG class. Again, I like the idea, but I think, then it starts limiting the class a little bit. And as it is, I feel like the other elements, like I said, the M79 and the saw launcher, is just nonsense that I don't really care for. Saw launcher is fun. Don't get me wrong. I do think it's funny seeing these things flying around. I just don't see any real value to it as an ultra. Like I said, when I get it, I'm just spamming it and fingers crossed it does something. If it doesn't, whatever, right? Whereas I do want my turret to be more usable. Like I want it to be doing something. Whereas I feel like the M79, the saw launchers, like, dude, whatever, man, just spam it and get it over with. I honestly don't see myself using the M79 unless they buff it, because I'm like, dude, this thing's rubbish. Takes too long, all sorts of other nonsense. I do think the Highwaymen faction itself, it's cool. I like it. It's creative. I like the designs of the character also. I didn't see the other characters, but looks like they're all similar. It looks like a cool design. I like it. I think very creative and colorful and all, and fun to look at for sure, design-wise, right? I think that is appealing for sure. I think my biggest gripe with I'm not convinced the network, like there is a drastic difference to the network model, like the network thing going on right now. But we traded like one issue and it feels like we've got another issue now. There are moments where like these should absolutely not be trades, and it's trades, right? It's most likely they're killing me on their end and I'm killing them on my end, but the timing for when I'm seeing it doesn't match up properly. So it feels like this is not right. So the trades don't make sense. I think general player population for day one, season 2 is extremely disappointing. Like I said, yeah, I get it's not peak hours when I started the stream, but that doesn't change the fact this is the brand new season and it's like damn near impossible to get into matches. Like in both the regular playlist and the featured Waterfront playlist. The Waterfront playlist was unplayable like in the beginning. I'm going to try to play it now. I'm going to start a second stream and we'll try to. I do think now that it's evening time, it should be more active. But again, like I said, that doesn't change the fact this is day 1, season 2, and the player base isn't back. And I'm telling you, that network model, like update, there are pros and cons. Like it does genuinely feel like we've traded one issue for another, as far as like hit detection goes and stuff like that. I'm fairly confident this feels worse. I'm fairly confident people are gonna hate this more, or at least hate it equally, in my opinion. But the problem is I can't be certain because we didn't get a proper local server game. Like I think we got one game that might have been India, and that felt way off also. Like where the like guy at 100 ping was like, or some, it just did not feel right. Gunfights did not feel right today at all throughout the like. It felt a little wonky. Most of them. Whereas before it was just some of them. Now it's a lot of them are feeling like, whoa, what's going on here? I'm pretty sure it's like what I'm shooting and what they're shooting and what's registering, and then it's like kind of putting that mishmash and registering that as the actions is feeling really weird. Like I said, there are times where there's no way those should be trades. This is like Halo, man. Like when you'll melee someone, 2 seconds later they'll melee you, and then both of you die. It's like, okay, I guess we traded, even though I meleeed him quite a few seconds before, or microseconds before he did. But I guess it counted it as a trade. That's what it's feeling like here. There's a lot of these gunfights where it's like, I've hit the killing blow. Microseconds later, it seems like he's hit the killing blow and I'm dead. Also, a lot of instances, again, this is network related, where, again, probably due to like player population, again, I don't know how it's going to play when I'm on my local server, the local Indian servers. But there's a lot of times where they were shooting me and I wasn't getting the feedback from shots, and it felt like I was dying very quickly, like just getting two tapped by an ACR, right? Like not by like a marksman rifle, by the ACR shots or something. I'll feel like one, maybe two hit markers and I'm already dead. It's that fast. It's like, what the hell just happened? Whereas I'll be blasting away at them and like sometimes it's registering, sometimes it's not. A lot of those like instances where I was shooting them with the pistol also, and it didn't even register the shots. Like it barely did any damage. Like what happened here? I was right next to them. I blasted them with the pish pash. Blasted them with the pistol. So I'm not convinced this new network update is the end all be all, and I'm not convinced it is, in fact, an improvement either. I think there are elements to it, like, okay, yeah, it was really annoying in the past where I'd shoot someone, I'd die even though I got a hit marker and nothing would happen to them. That was annoying. And now you're trading it, but that trade feels unnatural because there's such a delay between the gunfights, right? And like I said, there's times where things are not registering altogether. Times that you're not getting the feedback from the gunfights and you're dying so fast, and yet I'm blasting away and not doing nothing or doing barely anything or things like that. Again, I don't know. Is it the player base is so small that now the lobbies are so mixed that you have a wide range of pings throughout the whole lobby, where it's massive extremes on both ends, like right next to the server 17 ping, miles away 100 ping, and then everything in between, and everyone's on like these different like continents and playing in the same lobby. That might be the cause. I don't know. I'm not a professional as far as that goes. Like I said, the faction, very cool. Things about it, like I don't like this, I don't like that, but I see value to the faction and I see like use. When I'm using the Phantom class, I never use the riot shield. Like I don't think I've pulled it out once, apart from like completing a challenge in the beginning, and that's it. And the same applies to like a lot of the other factions, like even the Echelon class. I've never used the ping, like the reveal thing. I hate that thing. I just use the invisible cloak. Those are my two main factions, right? So I didn't expect anything like, everything needs to be perfect for the faction. I'm really liking the faction. I think it has a lot of value. Definitely seen the value in certain different scenarios. Whether I will make the swap to it, I don't know. Like I said, I'm probably going to start experimenting with the Highwaymen with the LMG class for sure. Whether it replaces other elements too, I'm going to have to play with the other like factions to see how they're playing now that things have been adjusted. I know there's been adjustments to both, well, at least the Phantom class. So I'm going to need to play around with that and see how that's playing out before I make any adjustments and change my factions for which weapons and all. So I'm liking the faction. I have yet to do the playing on the stream on Waterfront, but I played a bunch today on Waterfront, and it's a beautiful map. Content-wise, beautiful stuff. Amazing, very creative. 2 thumbs up. Battle Pass, there's hits and misses throughout the Battle Pass. I think a lot of misses, but there's a lot of big hits also. So I'm like, okay, there's some pretty decent stuff, but there's also a lot of garbage. Usual Battle Pass nonsense. Like I said, a little bit heavy on the stuff I don't care about, but there's the stuff I do care about in the Battle Pass is looking really nice, right? So I'm like, okay, yeah, those things at least are well worth it, right? Sometimes I see a Battle Pass, I don't find anything that I care about, right? This, I'm definitely seeing at least a few items that I'm like, yeah, I like that, man. I want that. Quite a few, actually. More so than not. So arguably, I'm happy with the Battle Pass, for sure. It's just like, again, I think quality of life and connection stuff that is definitely super wonky as of today's experience. I don't know, like, again, today's experience could be an anomaly. I suspect, though, like, it's probably the base experience. And then maybe like on the weekend when there's a larger population, I might be able to see more Indian server lobbies where players are mainly from that region playing in the same server, as opposed to like scattered all over the world playing on a single server that might not necessarily benefit anyone or just a specific someone. I don't know, like that, right? We'll see. I mentioned this also in the stream, and I don't know if I've said this, but it is concerning. Day 1, Season 2, launch, and it's a struggle to get into so many playlists. Like even something like Quick Play with a lot of modes selected, it was a bit of time consuming getting into some of those, and the ones I got into weren't great connections, so it was pushing me further than need be, considering. So that is concerning. But I mean, I like everything. I'm not hating the game. Am I hopeful that this game will survive? I'm little less. I'm hopeful it will, but I'm a little less. I'm seeing like there's still too many issues, and it's been a while now. These things needed to be sorted, and these things shouldn't be replacing. Like I said, it feels like we went from one issue and just traded it in for a completely other issue that's equally, if not worse, equally bad or if not worse kind of scenario. I think it's more equally like, or maybe less so equally, maybe a little bit better, but not by much. But it's still frustrating where I see a lot of people not enjoying that aspect of it. Again, I don't know. There's a lot of games where I shouldn't have been in those lobbies because it was really bad pings, or it was too mixy, like as far as everyone's ping was in it, right? Anyway. I mean, my personal opinion, the content is great. The network model is probably going to keep people away still. I just don't see people like saying, yeah, this is feeling good. Let's jump back on this game. Most likely it's like, oh yeah, this is cool, nice. It's nice, but still weird. Gunfights. My thoughts. I could be wrong. My experience. I hope it's just my experience because, hopefully things smooth out. Maybe it's just opening day season bugs, right? That too could be the possibility. Maybe some optimization issues with the new season update also. I suspect that is also possibly an issue. Like the console hard crashing where it completely turned off, that usually means there's certain optimization issues going on with the game. Like I said, if it overheated, it would have told me it overheated. More likely than not, there was some optimization issue with the game that overloaded the game. So if that's also the case, then there might be some, like I said, optimization issues with the game that could be smoothed out with a hotfix or update, quick update. And then things might smooth out gameplay-wise also. That might be the case, right? Hopefully that is. Anyway. like I said, faction was fun. And right now, definitely back of my head, LMG action, I'm going to be tempted with that faction. I'm going to be tempted with it. Mainly because of the passive, but also the scrap turret. Other elements I don't really care for, but that's not a big deal. I don't expect everything to be perfect. Like I said, also even in the Phantom class, I almost never use the Ultra. I find the Ultra totally useless. So the fact that I don't find this Ultra if nothing else, this Ultra, at least I'll call it in and just spam it and be like, yeah, done, fine, whatever. It does something, it doesn't something. Whereas with the Phantom class, like I almost never call it in. Unless like I'm like around teammates and I'm like, okay, teammates need the protection, then I'll call it in. So I could definitely see myself using the Ultra more with the Highwaymen, but I don't see myself using it like for any specific reason. It's just, oh, I've earned it, call it in, spam it, hopefully it does something. But that's better than not using it at all. Like I said, where I don't bother using. I use the Echelon class. That anytime I get the Echelon class Ultra, that's one of like the better Ultras in the game, in my opinion. Right? At least one of them. Definitely out of the two classes, Phantom and Echelon, it's the better of Ultras. And like I said, this is, I guess, a mid Ultra. You know, like I said, when you earn it, just call it and spam it. You're good. Anyway, that's it. I had fun. I did have fun. But I think I'm a little concerned. And I more and more, I'm less wanting to play this game on the weekdays because this is a huge headache where you can't get into matches or the matches don't play well. And I don't always have weekends free to play this game. So I don't know, man. It's pushing me further and further away from the game, the experience and stuff like that. But I'm hopeful. I have bought the Battle Pass, so I'll be grinding that out. The Mastery Camo is also a miss for me. It looks all right, but they did not do it justice. I talked about this earlier, but I guess I'm cropping it out, so I'm going to mention it again. I didn't do the exact calculations, but the time required to get the amount of weapons to level 400, and then on top of that, get it to level 500 to get that Mastery Camo. And then this is not okay. Like they didn't even bother doing proper full coverage for the Mastery Camo. I've equipped a stock attachment and it doesn't cover the stock. It looks so bad. Like they didn't do it with these, but the grind for this is so obnoxiously high. It is such a hard, high grind. The fact that they didn't bother giving this better coverage and they expect you to put that much time into it. I'm sorry. I don't care how good this camo looks. It looks decent. It's okay. I don't mind the visuals. I like it. Definitely worth it if I get it. But the coverage, it's like, dude, you didn't put any effort into this camo, like fixing it, issues that people have been complaining about for a while now. And you want them to put how many hours, how many days, possibly how many months of game time to just earn it? I don't know, man. Again, all in all, had fun. Beautiful. XYZ looks good. I think there's still issues though. And it's heavily technical. On the technical side, that it's lacking. That's the thing. I think that's the end thing. It's a lot of technical question marks that I'm worried about. Anyway, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Check out my old streams if you haven't already, and I will catch you later. Bye. Yeah, I mean, at least the faction was fun, and I definitely can see myself using it as the main for my LMG action.